on YouTube. Just go to
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the magical Anissa Maureen.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger.
This is your girl, the thick goddess herself, Thick Cows.
And it's the man that holds it down, Mr. Showtime, Mr. Shots Fired, Dito Boss.
Right about now, the Charm City Direct Radio Show is about to commence now.
Right now.
Now?
Right now.
Right now?
Now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Hey everybody, it's Monny, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Are you getting your kids this hoverboard thing that's taking over the country? They range from $300 to $600. They're blowing up. And then, I mean, literally blowing up. That one video, I thought that was going to be the one and only video that I saw in reference to it. And it wasn't. I seen, now I could probably tell you about 10 to 15 videos of this happening where this battery gets super, super hot and burns like holes into your tennis shoes.
Oh my.
And I know you would be pissed if you was wearing Jordans and you just paid all that money, you know, your lights off. And
especially if they're from China.
Your lights off.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Be Exposed
Jason,
Radio.
I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Before we left on commercial break, the question was, what gives us the illusion of safety? What is it?
It's pink lemonade.
What gives us the illusion of safety? For me, I think the comfort of family and friends and stuff like that we see on Facebook, like we don't, or Twitter, or you know,
like
just
when
our
a family
friends.
member send you a link to something, you're like, oh, this is my cousin.
Right.
No.
And
but still, these social media vehicles do give the idea that some of the features that they're putting in place are there for your benefit, and they can be used for your benefit. For instance, my daughter went on a model call yesterday. She was all the way out Bel Air Road, and I told you I went ghost on my Snapchat. She's gone partial ghost, and she gave access to her friends to know where she was. When they saw that she was out Bel Air Road.
What's ghost?
Oh, on Snapchat, you can now see exactly where someone is. Intersection, corner, you zoom in to exactly where they are. You can go ghost and nobody can see you, or you could set permissions for certain people. And that's what she did. So her friends and her circle can see where she is. I can see where she is, but everybody else can't. Well, immediately, the moment that she got to Bel Air Road and was there too long, her friends went on a rampage. Where are you? Are you good? What are you doing out Bel Air Road? We Randallstown County girls. What are you doing out there? So that was a good feature, and those are the features that they're promoting, and the direction that they're promoting and pushing for these things. But if you don't know that is available, any creeper can roll up on you and be like, "Oh, I was just in the area." No, you weren't. You saw me on Snapchat.
Uber is a little bit like that way, like when you're on a trip, you can share it with your social media or with specific people.
And I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
And you know what?
Why they would want to do it?
Share, if you're on a trip or you're out somewhere, you want to share on your social, like where you are.
I mean, because you could put your child in that Uber.
Yeah.
And you should be able to share. You can share to yourself where they are. And
I mean, with a person personally. I thought you meant like to your social media.
Well, you can do it to your social. If you by yourself, like that's.
I'm gonna let everybody know where
everybody
I'm
know where I am. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, we do that pretty often.
Put ourselves on blast.
I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. Tag number.
I mean, some people do that. Like I have a lot of female friends. And if they leave in my house, and I don't want you to text me when you get home. I want you to take a picture of that tag and let me know where you are. Because cab drivers were crazy at one point. They start getting crazy now. Uber drivers are psycho now too. So it's just a safety measure. But now it's built into, like, it's there to help you. But somebody's always gonna find a way to make something that's supposed to be for you against you.
Mr. Benton just said he took a security course on this concerning government security, safety, and policies on personal information and living. Chips are being put into electronics to tap into things you think are private. Social media is turning into a dangerous place. Lisa said you have to do smart social media, but everything you put out there is for public info. I mean, it's public. You can say, I'm reading the comments.
You want that book?
Oh no, I was just trying to figure out what this show was about.
You can use that book.
I'm sorry,
that's what happens when you come in late.
Monny from Talk Lately eased on in here via the commercial break.
But just a snippet about that: people who have government jobs, putting that disclaimer on your page does not safeguard you from your job being able to use anything on your page against you. I just want to let people know that.
And that's why I went into the Privacy Act. Like this whole. You remember when we were saying that thing on social on Facebook? It was this thing that going around. If you put this on your page, social cannot share your information with such and such and such. First of all, they can say that until you click on one of these other pages and say continue as Lakeisha or continue as Lisha or whatever. As soon as you click on another page, you clicked on another page.
You gave access.
And you gave access to these other sites. And the way they're doing it now, which you'll get into, is like it used to be, we would for like sites that had the long URLs and random VBDL, with a hyphen, this and that. And those are the ones you're like, I don't know about that. But now they're getting these short URLs.
Yeah,
that's making you think it's just
all you have to do is just click on that long one and then put it in, and then they give you the option of having a short URL or a custom URL. You can do that yourself. So I think people crazy because they listen to people who don't know what they're talking about.
Well, most people don't understand. They don't understand. If you don't know anything about HTML, you don't know anything about website coding, most of us don't.
But if you share it to your page, this whole disclaimer, if I share, if I do not give Facebook the permission to use XYZ,
no longer applies.
If Lisha shared this, it must be.
But that's a whole. It doesn't mean anything. Anything that's on their platform does not belong to you.
Right.
It doesn't belong to you. So we take ownership of stuff that belongs to Facebook. So everything you post on there belongs in, and that's why now everything is so sensitive. You play music, they shut
that down
because they don't want to get charged. Facebook doesn't want to get charged for that.
Of course.
So they go shut your page down so they don't get a charge for that.
Well, that was the last question, intro question. Can we hold social media responsible for our information being released if we placed ourselves in these positions?
Nope.
We answered that. We
Not
can't
at all.
place Facebook. We can't make them responsible if we put the information there to be used.
But as soon as something goes wrong, we gonna get mad at Facebook because Facebook won't release my sister's
But you
information.
just gonna be mad.
So
that's all.
But now you can appoint someone to be
That is true.
Your beneficiary of your page.
Yes.
Pyramid.
Right now. So right now you can make somebody your beneficiary.
So wait a minute. To do what? I missed that part.
Make
I was
somebody your
thinking
beneficiary
to
on your
page.
Facebook page.
So if something
they
happens
can go
to
in.
you,
right.
then if something happens to you, if you make me your beneficiary, I now have access
I
to
don't
your
like
page.
that word.
That's why, because normally it's for people that pass away. Usually it's used for people that pass away or people are kidnapped or something.
But I thought, okay, like Sunset Soul, you was like you have access to. Oh, we gotta go. All right, we'll be right back, y'all. We're gonna continue this conversation. When we come back, we're gonna get into the Privacy Act and how we have been deluded. Stay tuned.
Deluded.
Close your eyes and just sleep tight.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and we were singing and we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quick, come on through here. So
2 G's in a day pass.
Okay, 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. It used to be, of course. It was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family sings. Everyone in my circle sings. It's like I just couldn't get away from it. I'm always gonna sing.
Where did your personality come from? Are you always this crazy?
Yes.
Yes. Crazy.
Right.
I woke up like this.
Okay.
And went to sleep like it too.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Let's go to the telephone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thanks.
I have a problem. Hope you can, help me solve it. Give me an idea of something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm 25 years old, and I'm a second grade teacher. And I've been engaged to my girl. Well, we've been together for about 2.5 years, and now we're engaged. Everything is going good with us. Back in October, I got a new student, and the child is being raised. He's a single, being raised by a single parent. So the father, came up to the school and meet me. They knew in the area, so we started hanging out. Just watching games. Going to bars. Just chilling or whatever.
Got you.
Okay.
With your student's father.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just nothing. He's new in the area. You just want to know some spots to go out or whatnot. So,
Gotcha.
Okay. One night we were sitting.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. Before we left to go to a commercial break, we were talking about. Well, I was asking about Sunset Soul. I was talking about you used the word beneficiary, and I said it made me nervous.
It's another word that they use, but
that's what I was saying. So as if we're using Sunset Soul. Money is the administrator, and he said that I am the editor. So we have access, and you had posted on my page the other day. I mean, I'm just saying. So I guess you're an editor too.
What did I post on there?
I mean, God always give away that you can just throw it on it.
What did I post?
You post your show.
No, I didn't mean to do that. That was probably mine.
But I'm saying you had access.
Yeah, he's an editor too.
So I know I was just going.
I ain't racist.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I just thought I would just say it because I had opportunity.
I just had a feeling. I just wanted to let you know.
I absolutely know. I want people. I'm great. I'm not upset at all. But this is what I'm saying as far as Facebook. So when you have a page, other people still have. Some people, depending on if you have it private or so.
Like your page is a business page for Big Exposed Radio.
Right. So then you would have others will have access to your page, and some people don't know that. That's why I was saying what words specifically should they look for when they go on Facebook. 'Cause I never saw a beneficiary.
I'm gonna find it. I'm about to tell you right now.
It's another word for it, but basically, like I gave my sister permission to be able to go on my page and either shut it down or let people know what happened, or because mine is primarily for business. I don't really be personal on my page.
So I guess I'm saying, ain't that the same thing as somebody
legacy contact? It's called.
Yeah, that's basically.
It's called the legacy contact.
Yeah, the legacy contact.
Oh,
so if you go into your account settings under general, it's a option for your legacy contact, and then you can add somebody to be that person. Same place you go where you deactivate your page, which I was going
so basically
to do.
that person wouldn't need your passcode if they are your legacy
Right.
contact.
Would
They
allow
can go
them
in.
to access your account because they're the person. So all they would have to say is this person is now deceased. Now it's going to have to be a loophole in there somewhere where they know you really are.
They probably have to provide a death certificate or something.
Like that.
Well, I guess Facebook wouldn't care if you put this person down as your legacy. That was your
would
fault.
trust them, right?
But I mean, the first time that happens, somebody stalk a girlfriend or stalk a boyfriend or
be like, she ain't make it.
Right, she ain't make it.
I'm sorry.
Like, she gonna get into your account and make herself the legacy person, and then be like, yeah, they didn't make it. That's gonna be the first.
But I was the one who did.
I'm
sorry.
My sister. She not gonna do nothing crazy on my page.
Well, I'm not making anybody. So listen, you have my passcode, or just go on your page and commit to giving out information. Because you're not
Like
getting on
whoever
mine.
your beneficiary on your policy is, make them.
Would be one more be my kid. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't. Let's not. I don't like that whole conversation. Let's just move.
I don't need no beneficiary on my page. If something happened to me, my sister will post it on her own damn page.
Right, and then they'll see it
But you
on.
would make your sister your legacy person.
I'm not doing that.
That's so
But your page
creepy.
would just
The
be
moment
there.
that you get something
It'll
from
just be
somebody
there.
that passed
Yeah.
away, you're gonna freak out.
But like
I wanted
I
to
told
know
my sister-
why is he sending me a message?
Yeah, like I told my sister, block people from being able to like post. I don't want nobody like posting after that point because I think that's creepy. Like,
yeah, that's the same thing.
Well, I'm already gone, so why do you care?
I'm a control person, so I just.
But you can't control beyond
Well, you can't. I mean, you could have made
You
a
can
attempt to
try.
with the legacy. But okay, so let's get into the Privacy Act. I'm just going to read quickly what the Privacy Act is and how I feel like we were being diluted. No agency shall disclose any record which is contained in the systems of records by any means of communication to any person or to another agency except pursuant, is that the word, to a written request by or with the prior written consent of the individual to whom the record pertains.
I don't know what that means.
Don't nobody really know what that means. It's saying a whole lot.
Well, that means like I think that's considered like if there's like a legal something going on and they want to get stuff off of your page, they have to go. You have to give them permission to be able to do that. Facebook isn't just going to release.
So the police can't just get the information from Facebook to prosecute me. They have to.
Yeah,
well,
get
once
a
you make it
subpoena.
public.
Like, permission.
Well, no, not necessarily because
But like
some stuff.
messages and stuff like that, they would have to
Oh,
go
okay.
into your
Well, they
account
would
to
need
get that.
like some type of warrant.
Yeah.
But okay, disclosure in this context refers to any means of communication, be it written, oral, electronic, or mechanical.
What's mechanical?
This states that agencies are forbidden to give out or disclose the information of any individual without giving consent by the individual to release that information. However,
always
it
a however.
falls on the individual to prove that a wrong disclosure or disclosure in general has
Wrongful.
occurred.
Wrongful.
So,
wrongful disclosure.
wrongful disclosure or disclosure in general has occurred, which means if you don't say nothing, Facebook ain't gonna say nothing, or any other social media site ain't gonna say anything. Why would they? You know, and most people, like you just said, I'm gonna be mad at Facebook if they give blah 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 blah. But that's about all you're gonna be is mad because most people are not going to pursue.
But the way things are set up, and we're afraid of the technology advancing, but the way it's set up is, you know, you get alerts when someone logs into your account. You get alerts when someone is on your page that's coming from.
If you have that feature on,
no, everybody you should. Already has it on. It's already on. It's just whether or not you get the notification about it. But if you go into your system, you'll see all the places you logged into. Like my intern has my information now, and I'm not afraid of that because I'm not hiding anything. But I know every time she logged in,
because they give you a notification. That so also logged in from this place, this location.
What are you logging in after midnight for? What are you doing on my page after midnight?
So, but this is about information being given out. Also, like we said, going on the games and the quizzes and all that. You're not going to get notification for those things being given.
When you connect your like Facebook to other apps and stuff like that.
Right, the other games. But you're not going to get notification for the information being shared once you.
Well, because you clicked it. Right. You accepted the moment that you click it.
But if you didn't. Based on like I just played about 10 games yesterday. So if they gave it out, I might not even question the fact that
it's password.
I ain't.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean every now and then I change it anyway. But point of the matter is, this is where I am.
You're the person that used to give people viruses and stuff on their computer.
I don't be giving nobody no viruses on
you playing the games.
On my computer.
But you still sharing voicemails and emails and stuff with people, so. That's where
well, you know what? That's the way of the world. That's just the way of the world. I can't change it. I mean, who you should be upset with is the virus people, not the virus sharers.
No. We just had a conversation.
Putting out the viruses.
You're the one spreading. I'm mad at you.
Unknowingly spreading. You can't be upset with me because of my ignorance.
I can very well be.
Why?
You can't tell me who to be upset with.
You can be upset with me, but technically your anger should be directed at the virus people.
I don't know them.
And you're not
absolutely. I just want to have a good time.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh Lord,
you're sending me the viruses, and why I got the virus? I get the virus because I clicked it. So technically, it's my fault. Thank you, Jesus.
So there are several ways for third parties to access your user information. So I thought that we would get into some of those so that you can learn not just some of the ways they're getting it, how they're getting it, and why they're getting it. And some ways aren't bad. Like Kevin said earlier, some ways is to benefit the consumer. Make your search easier.
Look, we gonna make Facebook mad. We all on Facebook talking about
this ain't
it's in their privacy statement.
You're right.
You gonna get mad at us.
So okay, sharing it with third parties. We just went through that. As far as the games and so forth, even though Facebook privacy policy says that they can provide any of the non-personally identifiable attributes we have collected to advertisers, they violate this policy. If a user clicked a specific ad on the page, Facebook will send the address of this page to advertisers, which will directly lead to a profile page.
So when you pay for your Facebook ads and you want to specify who it is, that's how they do it. So the people that click on your page or click on those ads where you listed at, then they get the notification. Then it pops up in their thread, that place that they just linked. But because Google is into that, when you type something into Google, say you like typed in death, so now you will get all these insurance ads and stuff like that.
Have you seen a Google Analytics report? It is so detailed, and you will be surprised at the information that you get. Phone numbers, you get all kind of personal information. Google Analytics.
Yeah. And businesses.
I can't.
I'm about to fight him.
I don't even know what that is.
It's probably porn.
Oh my God. No, I'm not. Well, look at that. No. This is what I'm. That's how the viruses get to the phone system. He's tagging along, right along. I got in my eyeballs. The search engines. So keywords. When you, like you just said that, but also, and that happened to me. When you are putting the letters in, like Facebook and so forth, if you don't spell it properly, they have the dual pages, and it'll be like spelled FAC without the K, BOOK. And it'll look just like Facebook, and then you'll put your information in, and then you'll be like, well, why is it not taking me, blah, 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 blah. You'll go back out, go to the correct page, but now you've placed your information
when you're clicking on them games, and it says log into Facebook, and you're like, I'm already logged into Facebook. Okay, I'll log back in.
You just gave me your password.
You gave your password.
So, be careful with the search engines.
You be careful.
Especially students that's going into.
I was young when I did that. I'm not doing it.
What is it? FAFSA? The FAFSA website is the main one because you put all of your information on there.
Oh, the fake
and we
FAFSA,
spell it wrong every time.
Yeah.
So be very, very careful when you're doing that website because Yeah.
Benefit from data, and this is basically, you know, as Kevin was saying,
turn the page so it can look like we were following along with Keisha, y'all.
You are following along. That you are putting in so that they can market to you. You know, so how did you? This is my thing. Before I put my book up, when I was doing music, that was all. Most of which that stuff that they were sending me to check this out on the side page with some other people's music, other indie artists and stuff like that. When I publish my book, right? But that how they know your interest is based on your information that you put in. So it's called benefit from
words. Like when you do some of those things and they saying like it's one out now, like what's the most influential thing in your life? The word that you typed in the most, or the person that you that liked your page the most. That's how they choose those pictures and those posts. Because
speaking of which,
go ahead.
I just played one of the little games, and one of the people on my compatibility list is somebody that I unfriended a long time ago, which means they're lurking.
Yeah, well, it's not. I think the person who's still liking on your stuff.
They can't like it because
how they liking it if you unfriend them?
They're definitely not liking.
You didn't block them.
No,
so they're still
but they're not liking.
And they
it's not on their wall.
They're not on your page, but they can still.
So they still follow me.
So you need to block the person.
I don't want to block them. You can keep watching it, but it was just very interesting to see them pop up. I was like, "What are you doing here,
and
sir?"
They may not be liking anything on your page, but they're clicking on stuff when it comes to their feed, and it takes them to that specific post that you made.
Thank you. That's what I was wondering. Interesting.
Like, I haven't even talked to this person. Why is this person?
Right. Why is so? Where you come from?
So, like you said, there is an option to go on Facebook, and you can remove or turn off the unwanted spam. What's he talking to me? Okay, spam or applications and so forth. That you can put it to the private, like you said, the private pages and so forth, to give yourself a little bit of protection in some of these retrospects. Twitter has admitted that they have scanned and imported their users' phone contact info onto their website database so that they can learn more about their users. Most users were unaware that Twitter is created this way for new users to search for their friends. Twitter has stated that they will have their privacy guidelines illustrated more clearly in the future.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, why
that's not surprised.
They're doing this stuff.
How do you think that your list of suggested friends come? Where do you think they come from?
Right.
That's where it comes from. It comes from your information.
They all those big websites like that are working together to just share information. Like, and you can tell the ones that don't because you're not allowed to connect them.
Right.
Those are the ones that aren't working together because I want to keep my list private from Facebook.
Twitter won't connect to Instagram.
Yeah.
Why? They're not getting paid.
Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Well, here's the thing for me.
And it's Facebook.
If I didn't want to give my
Instagram is Facebook.
Instagram is Facebook.
Yeah.
That's why those two are together. Because like when I do the commercials and stuff like that, I can only send it to Instagram and Facebook. I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day.
Instagram.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
They used to be independent, and then Facebook bought them.
I'd sell out too. Shoot.
Right. I see them fingers.
Twitter wasn't buying. That's the thing.
Because
remember when you first opened your Instagram, you used your Twitter name.
Oh, no, I don't have Twitter, so I never knew how to use Twitter. I still don't know how to use Twitter to date.
Oh, Twitter's not hard. It's just too much going on. I don't have time for it.
And I only got Snapchat because I wanted to have a little dog tongue.
Are you serious? Just so you can do the...
I took a couple pictures and
Well, you know what? I really believe that those things are set up so we can do facial recognition.
I hate Snapchat, so I just.
So I mean, I wouldn't. I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I consider all things.
But it still does it on Facebook when you like the same couple pictures that keep coming up. They're able to tag you without you even tagging it. So they already recognize.
They're doing facial recognition.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
with the little square. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all got me all into the facial recognition. I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah,
they already see your face.
Okay, listen. We're gonna go to commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna get into the possible dangers while we having this conversation. Certain things you want to look out for when we get back, and then we're gonna dive into the whole criminal activity. Ridiculous criminal activity.
It's not. It's stupid.
It is stupid. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all. So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, banji, ratchet, whatever how you like to put it, classify it, but I like to say banji, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up.
Right.
You got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji Soul. So let us know how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles Come Together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy.
Okay.
It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, on here.
We are back.
We're back, yeah.
So, when we left, we were talking about this fictitious privacy act and so forth, but we're going to get into some possible dangers real quick. First one, which is common, you would think that it's common sense: identity theft. 2009, researchers at Carnegie Mellon University published a study showing that it is possible to predict most and sometimes all of an individual's 9-digit social security number using information gleaned from social networks and online
I don't
databases.
understand how you could do that.
Because we don't got the gift. It is possible to predict most and sometimes all of an individual's 9-digit social security number using information gleaned from social networks and online databases. Now, what I do know, I don't know exactly how true all of this is, but I was told that based on your ethnicity and so forth, your social security number has certain numbers.
Yeah, 2 middle numbers or something even.
Is it? So, and then probably gender.
I think the first 3 numbers is the area that you live in. like where you were born, like state determines.
I don't know. Oh, so if we put on Facebook, our hometown is Baltimore, Maryland, you can give an idea of what
you know the first 3 now. You can round about.
You can
like,
guess them.
I think like when they were born, so you can pretty much guess those numbers, and then the 2 middle numbers are normally like associated with I think your color, and then the last 2 numbers like mine. I'm not gonna say it, but mine is very close to like numbers in my life, and that's scary to me because like you could probably find mine out.
You just told us.
Because I owe Sally Mae too much money.
Right, you ain't gonna get nothing from me.
But
her knocking.
But if that be the case, then what they're saying makes sense. It says it's possible to predict most and sometimes all of an individual's non-digital security number. So that's one problem. There are several games. There are questions that you ask. Like I said, if you can't get all the numbers and you can't get everything, even if you get the last 4, which is very important. The ones we were talking about, which states have you lived in, so they don't have all the information. They can use some of those games and that you gave that information to, because the questions are so
secret questions,
right. What's your what's
your first make and model of your car?
Right.
What's your best friend's name? Your first pet?
That's
your mother's maiden name?
Because your last 4 digits are the most important ones of your social security number. That's the one you normally got to give to everybody. Like they normally have your other information already in there, and it's your last 4 digits that you.
So if your last 4 digits is the one that you usually give out, you would think those are the 4 that they would get their hands on.
Yeah, well, that's the one that they're looking for, because that's normally some people use that as their password. Like crazy people use that as their bank. So, but based on what you just said, if the first 3 numbers is 9 times out of 10 where you grew up or lived at or so forth, the middle was your ethnicity. The last 4 you use, that coincides with what they just said. Boom, they got your whole social security number. No.
I don't know if this is safe what we're doing here. I don't know if we're giving people ideas.
Yeah, I'm not really liking this.
Anybody can build an app. And you putting all your information into these new, like I just downloaded Stash and Acorn, and you have to give them your information. And somebody created that. Some bored little boy created that, or bored little girl created that. And who's to say that they smart and very intelligent and they're thief? Like,
oh wow,
they could get your information. They got your bank information, because with Stash and Acorn, you got to put your bank information inside of that. Your social security number, birthday.
Mr. Benton says social media network just kicked him out for the last 15 minutes because they didn't want him to do the show tonight.
But he's still watching. Okay,
thank you.
Oh, Jonathan's gonna be committed.
He's committed.
That's his stalker page he on now.
Preteens, early teens, of course, we know, which is one of the biggest things. Teens do not think clearly. They just put all their information on social media. I get on my kids all the time, like, why do you keep checking it? The worst to me was that Pokemon. You want me to drive where? Man, can you just pull up in the driveway and Pokemon up
in the streets doing that? I think that is the craziest.
It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I was at Virginia Beach when the Pokemon craze kind of like hit its peak, and all you can see on the beach is people running the beach with their phones. Like, you just see lights on the beach because people were trying to, and everybody was flocking together, and it was really exciting, but it was scary at the same time, because I didn't want my kids running over there with those pack. Anything could have happened in that crowd of people. It was just, and then everybody knows where everyone's gonna be, because you know what the Pokemon is.
That's creepy to me. That's a little creepy to me that you know where people are, like, just based on where they are. Like, I wave at people, because now on Facebook do that thing where somebody's like a couple minutes away from you, and you can just wave at them. Like,
waves.
Like, if Monny is always 2 miles from my house, and I'll just I click the wave button and just be like, mess with people and wave it.
So the wave is to let them know that you know where they are.
Hi. You just saying hi. It doesn't tell you exactly where they are, but I know where he works in proximity to my house, so I know where he is.
Gotcha.
So I'll be
okay. But Snapchat tells you exactly where you are.
Yeah, that's creepy. That's like Google.
It tells you can zoom in, because when you open it up, it gives you a map of all of your followers. You can zoom in to a certain area, and it tells you who's in that area. If you zoom in even more, it'll give you the intersection and where. So not just Lashes on the corner
So you
of
can
North.
see that person
You can see if they're
moving?
in the house. Yes.
Oh wow.
I can't. What's this? That's Snapchat?
Snapchat.
I want no parts of that. Thank you.
That's why I never downloaded that.
I mean, it's fun, but you gotta go ghost, because if you don't go ghost, they know where you are. And I say they as in everybody that follows you on Snapchat.
Wow.
Sexual predators
can-
because we gotta go to commercial break. Sexual predators coincide with we were talking about the teens, and like you're saying, you got these people who are using pseudonyms to make these pages, find out where you are.
You said synonyms?
Pseudonym.
Pseudo.
Pseudo. What I say?
Synonyms.
I said it real fast because I ain't really know the proper way. Pseudonym. That's what I said. I actually said it right. You just in here. Pseudo and names to make these pages to get these kids because they putting this information online, not thinking. And listen with them fingers.
Catfish sound good. I want some catfish.
Sir, when we come back, we're going to get into the employment part. We had made the conversation about.
She's so articulate.
The employment. We'll be right back. I can't.
That's what happens when you get made on this.
Yes.
Last time on Talk Lately.
Government. I don't understand why. Look, me, and I haven't said anything either, but this is my moment. Where this American Healthcare Act is. Oh, you all right? Ooh, a sneeze and a cough. How'd that work out? That sounds real difficult. Like, damn, sneezing is like you skipping a heartbeat. A cough is like you bringing up a lung. So it was like a sneeze and a cough. So you was dying twice. Because you was coughing, I was like, you okay? Achoo! What? How you fit that in there? So, now back to the American Healthcare Act, because you're going to need that to get the cough and the sneeze together.
Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I can't. We are back. Listen, y'all. We were talking about sexual predators. So we're gonna get into but that's what they are. I'm absolutely fine.
She talking
I was
about
doing two different things at one time in my head. Employment. We talked about that a bit before we got into this employment.
You just skipped everything.
I did not.
You skipped preteens and you skipped.
No, I didn't. I already talked about preteens. You were not following.
Oh.
Employment. As of 2008, it has been estimated that by CareerBuilders.com that 1 in 5 employers search social networking sites in order to screen potential candidates.
I can verify that. When I worked for my company, I was HR generalist. Every candidate that we screened, I did a search on social media. Everyone. I checked Black Planet. I was looking for marijuana. I was looking for alcoholism. I was looking for racism. I was looking for all kinds of stuff. Any type of character flaw.
So what are you saying about people that use marijuana?
We didn't do drug tests, but we didn't want people that use drugs. You would think that we would do drug testing, but because we didn't do drug testing, that was our way of finding out whether or not.
But that sounds like more of a budget issue. You didn't want to have to pay for drug testing.
Right,
no, we don't do drug tests either, but
is
not
it
about that?
But is it like excessive?
We
Like if
also
they
think
got
people
like
are
the
grown.
marijuana plant, or is it if you read something that said
most of them
got
the ones I've had a candidate that I was about to hire went to her Facebook page and she was blowing on Facebook.
That's different.
Can't do that. Sorry, can't do it.
Okay.
So you could be the advocate for
be blatant with your smoking.
Right. I
Then
can't. That's a character flaw. That's not.
It's not just a character flaw. It's also a legality.
Yeah.
Your videos can be used as evidence.
Sure.
And that's why
I've
Facebook
seen-
is cracking down on usernames where you can't have Pookie Big Butt 525 in your name. You have to use your real name. That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, because I've been seeing people putting their whole government, which I didn't know. I mean,
have to.
I didn't know that you wasn't supposed to because that's what I did.
Originally, you could, but now it's so where you have to use your real name.
Okay.
And
It's
if
hard
you
to use
haven't
some
got checked,
policies.
you gonna get checked.
well,
You got to send your license.
let's dive
There's more
into for the second half of the show the social
Crime.
media and related crimes.
The biggest dummies, the biggest losers.
You would think
the
so.
world's dumbest criminals is what
you,
they
you
used
would
to.
think so. Derek Medina, a 31-year-old South Miami man, allegedly posted a picture of his dead wife on a Facebook page along with an alleged confession to her murder. His words: "I'm going to prison or death sentence for killing my wife. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Take care, Facebook people. You will see me in the news. My wife was punching me, and I'm not going to stand anymore with the abuse. So I did what I did. I hope you understand me." The Facebook post read.
That
wasn't a confession, though.
About the actual post.
I have
But it
opinions
wasn't
for
a
how he
confession.
wrote that. I felt like that if he knew that he was going to get the death sentence or go to prison, he should have took a little bit more time and
But it wasn't a confession.
post.
But it wasn't a confession.
I'm saying, how was it not a confession?
It wasn't. It was a witness statement because he's saying that he was defending himself.
Right.
Yeah.
And
He didn't confess.
He said she was punching him, not
Exactly.
stabbing him.
But that's
What
still
do you mean?
If that
You
was a woman,
you
if that
punch
was
me
a
right
woman
now
who
and see
was
don't you
saying
hit this
that,
floor.
right? If that was a woman that was saying that, you wouldn't be having that opinion, though.
It's still a confession. It's a confession with an excuse.
Why you think? Because her fist probably the same size as this pen tip that they.
No,
I'm
saying that if he didn't have to stay there punching.
I punch you in your eye, that's gonna hurt.
He didn't say he was locked. He didn't say he was confined. She had him locked up in the room. He could have left.
He also didn't say what he used to kill her.
But it's funny how it's very interesting to me
It
how
matters.
they
It matters because it's called evidence.
What they will use on Facebook because Philando Castile and a number of like Philando Castile, that was Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And they didn't let that video be played in court.
It was already national. It didn't need to be
They
played
wouldn't
in court.
but it wouldn't be used. It wasn't permissible.
Like they couldn't use the information from that video.
But be sure that they seen it.
They did, but it was
on news, on every news channel, local, national.
If they were able to use that video, he would have been convicted.
I don't think so because if they didn't see it before,
they could not use.
It was all over Facebook.
They still
the
couldn't
trial
use
happened.
that as they had to dismiss that in their decision making process.
Again, you can't take that and delete it from someone's brain.
You can't, but they can make it a decision.
So they had something else that made them be.
They were just looking
impartial.
A lot of people were looking for a reason to act like that didn't happen anyway. So
it was mainly white men on that jury.
Right. So that wasn't the reason why. Because if they saw that video, which was on Facebook,
but if they did not use that as evidence, like I'm sorry, I just watched Power.
Like you
and
can hear a
just
judge
threw out the DNA for Power, even though they know it exists. They can't add that to any decision making.
It's
they can't.
inadmissible.
Right.
So
but you can say that to a person. I've served on a jury, so something the judge told us that we had to disregard it. You're not going to do that. When
And
you're
you
in that
already
judge
saw it.
chamber, you already saw it. You already know what happened. A witness already said such and such. That is in your mental capacity
That's why
already.
I saw,
So
like,
when you're
certain
going into
people
to make
still
that
show
final
stuff.
decision, that's still there.
That's why they do surprise evidence, so it's still in your mind, but they know the judge going
And
to
plus,
throw that out.
people on panels and on juries and stuff, they're laymen. They don't understand law.
True.
So when they go in that jury room, they're not
It's about
actually
feelings,
lawyers
emotion.
trying to dissect evidence. They're making a decision based on how they feel about a case.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And not the
Because I
facts
felt
alone.
as though he
But
did
if-
it.
if you don't
and I
agree-
gave that man $250,000.
Ooh, y'all hear this? We
I
right
hear-
across from the
listen.
courthouse. You
So
hear-
I'm
I was
asking-
right there
but
in that
listen,
courthouse.
If we saw the video, right, and I can't use that as my,
Right.
I'm trying to convince you as another juror. I'm trying to convince you
But you
that this
can't
man did it.
But you can't convince me.
You
Well,
can't
I'm saying when
unsee
we're
it.
deliberating,
Right,
I can't
okay.
speak my. So I can't even reiterate.
You can tell
but
me your
you
opinion,
saw
but you can't
the
convince
video.
me. I have to make the decision.
You can't even bring. You're not even supposed to bring that up.
That's
in the
what I'm
deliberation
saying.
room. Yeah.
So
Right.
I can
But
see
you can't
how
unsee
somebody
it.
can still get off because though you can't unsee it, you might not have took it to heart the way I took it to
Well,
heart.
you might
I
not
can't
have
even,
seen it.
Well, you might not have seen it. So that's what I'm saying. So when we're
But they
deliberating,
talk
I can't
about
use that.
why you're still having problems making a decision. Why are you have those conversations?
Because most of those men saw the dash cam video. That's what they saw. So they didn't. A lot of them, I know they didn't see that video. Because
that stuff circulated in the black community.
You seem
It
to
is-
have a
other
problem
video didn't even
knowing
come
where
out
your
till
mic
after.
is.
It was right here.
In your camera.
Right here.
No, but you're not in camera.
But the camera right here. No, it's this
No,
one
no,
right
no,
here.
no.
Okay.
He's
let me
not
try.
in camera.
I can't see it.
I tried.
Roger.
He a
Roger
snitch.
Ray
It's
Ireland.
still not gonna say it.
Roger Ray Ireland of Maryland was taken into custody.
Maryland?
Roger Ray Ireland of
doesn't matter.
Maryland
Okay.
was taken into custody on an outstanding warrant for violation of probation. Violation of probation. Just a day earlier, Ireland had been profiled on the department's Facebook page as part of its, which I thought this was funny, Wanted Wednesday.
What?
That's what they had. Wanted Wednesday feature. The suspect apparently commented on the thread posting, "Y'all will never catch me," with his own Facebook profile, referencing his attempts to continue to evade authorities. Following up on some tips detectives pulled Ireland over during the traffic stop in South Baltimore near the county line, and the next day he was taken into custody. First of all, I didn't know the cops had a Wanted Wednesday page. I thought that was hilarious. And you comment. This is what I'm saying. That goes back to the question I asked. What is Facebook saying to you that give you this illusion of safety that make you think you can comment?
Well,
no,
but I'm gonna tell you, one of the things is a lot of these people who are out there selling drugs or whatever, they got the little flip phone, so they feel like my phone isn't smart, so you can't find me. You know, the other ones, they just feel as though they not gonna find me because my picture ain't on my page, or this ain't my real name on this page. So they really feel like that they're safe.
They have no idea
Right.
that the
How you gonna
GPS
catch me?
features. They have no idea of the analytics that's involved. They don't understand how this system works. So in their
Yeah, but
head,
they know now.
nobody sees it but their friends.
This is the same. A lot of people got arrested based on those free phones. You taking a phone that the government is giving you and feeling as though you're safe, as if they're not monitoring those phones. Like you're dumb. So a lot of people got captured by them. A lot of people feel like flip phones can't be traced, but
Right.
it's still a cell
it.
phone. It still can be traced.
Well, now he knows. You live and you learn. Hopefully he get out.
Y'all will never catch me.
It's people now on there in jail doing Facebook lives.
Yep.
I
In their
still don't
cell.
understand that. I don't get that one.
Do it now.
But they like it was one way he was in bed talking, like he was at home.
Some of them have privileges.
It's so widespread. Internet.
Cell phone
It's so
privileges?
widespread.
Some jails have privileges.
We don't think that Facebook
Because
has.
they don't accept visitors.
Okay.
We don't think that Facebook has people set aside to track every individual.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too many people. So logically, I wouldn't think that you would catch this one comment out of the billion comments you have going on today.
If you are the suspect,
I understand.
I'm
not saying it
for you.
I'm just saying that people don't use their common sense.
Because we gotta go. Okay, 18 alleged New York City gang members, known as the Fetty Boys, were accused of selling crack cocaine and marijuana in sour power candy wrappers after reportedly bragging about their activities on social media in 2013.
They need to get locked up because
I didn't
sour power candy. You targeting the baby?
Sour power candy. They was bagging it up on That's what I don't understand. Like, who is telling these people that makes sense? To put these, you're putting it on live.
You gotta show this to the world.
It's
for real.
It's a psychological issue. People want to be accepted. They want people to look at them as if they are better or bigger than they think they are. So I'm going to present myself.
Can I make this simple? They high.
Yeah, that's true.
People do high,
but some of them just don't make sense. They're just silly. Like I want to prove something to you that I'm somebody that I'm really not, and then I get locked up.
We're going to jump to. Well, first of all, Antonio Perkins. We're gonna go. We're gonna actually skip him. We're gonna go to Baron Hollins. That's the one that we were talking about. He was live on Facebook showing friends hands and money, saying "It don't stop, man, it don't stop," while joyfully flashing money on the live internet. He got a sudden surprise when the police officers barged in and arrested him for allegedly selling drugs
that night.
$425,000 bail is what he got.
Just the one that he got arrested on live, right?
On live.
Yeah, I saw him.
He was looking. He was like, "What?" He looked out the window.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
And they kept the live going.
He had to
He wasn't gonna be like, "I'll call y'all back." Like
he had time to shut the live down. He tried to get low. Just didn't get low enough.
So what? He had it on a tripod or something? Like
it was sitting probably like the way I got my phone sitting right now.
Oh no.
And he was like, and it was like, wait a minute.
Oh, well, ain't no
went to go check. It was
but this is what I'm saying. Using GPS, using all these different pings that you have on your phone. These people are seeing you on. You're live.
You scared?
I'm not scared because I ain't got nothing to be scared of. Let me tell you. I ain't doing nothing. I mean, sandwiches. You know. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not going to jail. I'm sorry. I'm not built for it. I'm gonna make it work, but I'm not built for it.
I thought that was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
But on a more serious note, Antonio Perkins, as I said, he was the guy who was from Chicago that was live streaming and was murdered on Facebook Live. Now
did you see it?
I did see it. I cut it off. Well, I didn't cut it off, but I turned my phone around. I didn't want to see it. But you didn't really see the actual murder. He kind of dropped the phone.
He dropped the phone.
And but you heard it, and that was enough for me. Like, you are live. Now, granted, in this boy's defense, he wasn't on live expecting to be
What was he doing? Like,
he was just
talking to people.
He was just talking.
He was actually distracted by the live, which would present the opportunity for the dudes to roll up on him.
Do they know who did it?
I'm not sure if they got the killer yet or not. This is recent. This is maybe
a couple months ago. Yeah, it was too long ago.
Yeah, this wasn't very long ago. We can go to commercial break. When we come back, I just want to dive into Steve Steffens, the man who killed Robert Goodwin, on Facebook Live, the older guy, on Thanksgiving when he was going for a walk. I really want to. I don't understand why. What is this Facebook Live murder thing like? Why is it
that
they don't normally get?
Facebook was giving people like it's a platform for you to be able to say whatever you want to say. Now I can do videos. Oh, I'm a star.
It's like a movie. It's like people think it's a game.
People that nobody else would listen to any other time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a vehicle where I can make you listen to me now. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can interrupt me.
Somebody stopped them. That McDonald's person who held his fries. We gonna be right back. We're going to commercial break.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
He is so rude.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality of
Yes.
the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote unquote Christian nation that we live in is that
this the Christians
being religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your? All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are
rather than
and it's just and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period, much less their daughter that they had at 15 to say, these are the realities of sex. These are the realities of the choices that you can or cannot make. These are the realities. Like, how do you not, after going through it yourself, knowing the stress, the looks, how do you then turn and look at someone else and say, all right, good luck? I mean, this is your offspring. I'm sorry. I just get very emotional about that. It bothers me that there are a great deal of people.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Couple minutes left in the segment. Sure. Change is good.
Yes.
Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back. Before the commercial break, we were talking about Steve Steffens, the young 37-year-old guy who shot and killed
Curry?
Not at all.
Sorry.
Not at all. Steve Steffens, the 37-year-old who shot and killed 74-year-old Robin Goodwin on Facebook Live on Thanksgiving Day as he went for a walk.
Did you
claim?
See him shoot him?
Yeah, he showed it. He went
shot the
live.
man in the head on camera.
Right. He claimed via Facebook Live that he had killed 15 people 14 people prior to killing Mr. Goodwin, and this man was supposed to be
This
his
might
15th.
be why I don't have anything to say because you're trying to depress me.
He committed suicide once he was presumed caught. Now, here's the thing for me. Looking at this situation, and then recently we had the guy, it wasn't on live, but I'm just using it for an example, the guy out Dundalk that had to shoot out with the police officers.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. On the bus, yeah.
I can only think that people want to recreate action movies. Because what else are you looking for?
They want to recreate the movie.
They want to recreate. If you would have saw that man,
I saw it.
Shooting, it was like a movie.
No, that aside, because that crazy exists, it has existed.
Exactly.
But the man who was holding the camera,
he hasn't seen
in their houses. They like get in the house. He like, I'm not from around here. Well, I'm coming in your house.
That's what I said. I would have been like, oh, thank you so much. I know what you asked.
He trying to get a scoop. You don't even get paid for Facebook Live. You not even getting paid.
Nobody, and that's another thing. People don't use that like that. He had a good piece of news he could have sold, but you went live. You know, that's what people do now. You putting everything live, but using this wasn't about.
You know what? I didn't even think about that.
What?
If he would have just recorded it, he could have sold it.
Because the
don't nobody do that no
Facebook
more.
Live.
Yeah,
that's what they play.
Sponsorship dollars for that.
Absolutely
ridiculous.
Nobody does that no more. Everybody want to go.
He put his life at risk. You were too close to that shootout. Number one, he must have been high. Because nobody in their right mind would just sit there behind the car watching.
Nobody in their right mind would do any of these things. That
everybody else would have run.
Because he kept saying, I'm not from around here. So he was on that bus and got off.
So what was he waiting to get back on the bus after the shootout was over?
So you stopped running and turned around and put your live on?
That's what I'm trying. Everybody on here, nobody made a conscious decision. Everybody on here to me was. This is what Facebook Live is doing to people. They want to create. They want to be low key.
You would hear somebody yelling like, "Why are you getting in the house?" I'm not from around here.
Well, technically, in his defense, the lady said go in the house.
Yeah.
He did not assume that she was telling him to come in her house.
I would assume.
I would have assumed.
He was saying. I mean, I would already been in your house.
Right.
But
you would have been called.
He was just saying, like, I don't live here. Like, you telling me to go in the house. My house is not here.
No, we would have been having that
unless
conversation
you say,
inside.
hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Come find refuge. That was a white lady. That black man was not going to go find refuge in the white lady house. I'm sorry.
He could have, because she
right.
shut that door.
I would have been inside. Oh, thank you so much.
He wasn't going to make the
Let me tell
assumption
you
that
what
it was
happened.
okay.
It was a
There'd
hard
be a whole nother shootout right across the street.
Maybe not. It was Dundalk.
Yeah.
But this man was not looking for refuge. This man was looking for some sort of notoriety. Because the fact that he lied and said he killed 15 people.
I would be in school to be a journalist or something.
I'll let you in if you got some
Well, he's
friends.
not in school to be anywhere because he's deceased.
He got shot?
He killed himself.
Oh, no. The guy that was on the bus. Okay.
Dundalk.
I'll let you in if you
I'm
got
sorry, you
some friends.
switched between people. You threw me
Yeah,
off.
you threw me off.
It was Dundalk.
Oh, he died too.
He passed. That was the one you talking about.
I thought the man. You were talking about the cameraman, but you talking about the man.
Oh no, he made it. I believe. I believe.
Oh, yeah, he
cameraman was
ran.
fine.
The cameraman ran. He ran real fast.
He did.
Yeah, but he
Yes,
kept.
he
He
did.
did eventually.
He was hiding by them cars, and
But
then
he
once
kept-
he
was
looked,
hiding.
he was
I don't understand I don't understand for the life of me why people will put their life in jeopardy for Facebook Live, or why people feel like it is some sort of
Warren said vanity.
Window. That's why I would have been.
Yes,
in
get a
my house
gazoom
with
because
my-
I can't. I'm
Right.
sorry,
It was a
but this
clear
man, what gets me
He was
is
too
that
close.
you would, this Mr. Stevens killed himself because of a breakup. From what
You don't know what depression do to people. He started off with some issues, so it wasn't a breakup.
It ain't no coochie that's good is gonna make nobody kill it.
You ain't had
I'm
the
glad
right
I don't
coochie.
feel that way.
I ain't good because I ain't getting no coochie anywhere.
Well, I tell you one thing,
I
there
tried,
must be
I tried.
something somewhere because he did it and he passed on. Unfortunately,
So he had some mental disorders to be.
well, yeah, but you know what's crazy? He was working with mentally ill.
He learned from the best.
Yeah.
Well, they say that's why people study psychology because they want to diagnose themselves.
He learned from the best.
Damn. We got mental patients teaching your children. Like, if they out there.
That's true.
You don't know until they click that one time. That's when you find out.
Social media and suicide. Going right back again with the.
Oh Lord.
We can break it out of here.
No, Money, don't go.
Money don't deal with grief too well.
I know. But this is the sad part. This is not what social media was intended to be used for. But this is what it's being used for.
I didn't know this
You
game
talk about the good
exists.
part? Damn.
No, not at all. But we need to know
get
what's
to the
out there.
game?
I didn't know that this game was there.
The Blue Whale.
Yeah, I didn't know that
What
that
is the Blue
exists.
Okay.
It's like a suicide game, right?
Blue Whale is a hidden group, such as Blue Whale. Okay, on social networking.
But see, it's
sites.
hidden. Look at you
How
telling
do you find
secrets.
it? How did you search for it? How do you find it?
Keisha can't hold water.
Well, she's
Listen.
uncovering it. It's not secret no more.
Right.
Well, it
You
is.
exposing people
it
on
is
this show?
a social networking site.
Sunset.
VK.
No, that's what the sun do. The sun
The
is
Russians. It's called. It's VK. The Russians equivalent to Facebook. It's not necessarily Facebook, but it's the same thing.
That's what the Blue Whale is?
Well, it's the name of the underground group is the Blue Whale, but it's on VK. I see you side, which is the Russians equivalent to Facebook. It's reportedly controlled by mentors who incite their members to complete tasks and ultimately take their own lives.
Oh, the KGB.
The what?
The KGB.
What's that?
Russian intelligence.
The Russian intelligence is doing that?
That's what she just said.
Wow.
Is yes, Chuck? This is live now.
Russian intelligence is.
This is not Russian
I heard her
intelligence.
say Russian
This
intelligence.
is the Russian equivalent. It's called VK, the Russian equivalent to Facebook. The game is called Blue Whale, and it's on social networking sites, and it is encouraging people to complete tasks and ultimately take their
So
own
you go on a
lives.
scavenger hunt, and at the end,
It's not necessarily a
Once they
scavenger
complete
hunt.
their task, they take a cyanide pill. Russian intelligence, KGB. Link them together.
You linked them.
Trump.
I can't
just
speak
did.
on that. I can't speak on that until I study.
Trump is their leader.
I'm not.
Allegedly, Trump is their leader.
The task is like mutilation. It's like cutting themselves and different, and it's ridiculous. But why I thought this was why I wanted to use this is because they arrested a guy. His name was Philippe Budikin.
There's a whole bunch of Z's.
Budikin.
Philippe B.
What's going on?
Felipe. There's no I on that. Philippe.
It's a whole bunch of Z's in the last name.
Beauty camp. No. He was a 22-year-old. He was a mentor of the group, and he gave a list of things that he kind of looked for with people that he solicited.
Think might kill themselves.
Right. What he used. He was
what
arrested.
he used to kill himself.
What he used to
get them to kill themselves.
To get them to join the group. I'm gagging that they call themselves mentors.
Well, that's exactly what they are.
That's what they
well, no, technically
kill
no, because technically, in order to be a mentor, you have to first kill yourself before you can teach me how to kill
That's
myself.
right. You gotta leave.
Killing myself, so
you can't be right. What you want? Well, the legacy. Unless you want make them be a beneficiary on
the
Facebook.
Ability to teach.
That you talking about.
So I'm gonna teach you how to kill yourself.
So I'm gonna teach you how to do it.
So if you want to teach them how to do it, then I mean you would have had to successfully completed it.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
That's the trick.
I wouldn't go to a mentor that hadn't been to where I've been.
That's like a business.
Okay.
You could be a mentor at a business, but that don't mean your business is successful.
Agreed. True. Listen, we got to go to I think this is our last. Maybe it's not. We got to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get into some things that Mr. Philippe or should I say highlighted when he was looking for the youth to join this page.
This one in this break. God damn.
What he was looking for. But look, this is important because you're dealing with kids, and this is serious. Like this is.
I know. That was the point of me saying that. Us as
parents need to know what they're looking for. That's what social media is supposed to be. You're supposed to learn. We'll be right back.
When the sun going down.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you. Because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7 that, you know, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. You know, well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, but fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and C, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details of what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back.
I think we should talk about salads at this break.
Before the commercial break, we were talking about
death and suicide.
The social media and suicide, and the game Blue Whale that the youth are using.
I'm gonna need you to send me these.
It actually started.
I'm gonna need you to send me these in advance.
It started, as I said, in Russia. In Russia, the networking site was VK, their equivalent to Facebook. But the mentor, why I thought this was intriguing, was the mentor gave some things that he looked for, and how he solicited people to come to the group.
You said it was interesting?
To me, because nobody really gives. It's a secret group. Like nobody really gives intel.
There's a morbid side to Keisha that you guys have.
Do not have a morbid side. Keisha. That sounds morbid.
You did say interesting.
Did you type that?
Morbid.
She copy paste.
I typed every word.
She played.
This is a lot of information. I'm proud of Keisha.
Listen, y'all. Listen.
I thought we were going to talk about Facebook stalkers. To be honest,
but that would not have been the whole show. It would have been a moment.
Talk about topics in the news.
Who's talking?
We did.
This is topics in the news.
Is she a part of the assessment?
So the mentor. A mentor, one of the Philippe Budikin said in the interview with the local media shortly after his arrest, he outlined his tactics to attract teens. He referred to the teens as biodegradable waste and people who are worthless for society. First, you have to create a group with depressing content that plunges you into a special atmosphere.
Okay, so to recap, we're still talking about the KGB Russian people?
Trump. Yes, your words.
Right, the Blue Whale. Because I don't think you didn't recap, like, for people that's just joining.
I did.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So are you about to teach us how to become a mentor?
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you.
This is depressing information.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm getting out of here.
I'm about to tell you.
About to teach us how to.
I'm not going to teach you. I'm going to teach you what to look for, because what doesn't happen is if you don't know what to look for and you have a child, like I have a child, teenagers, and you don't see this depressing content on their page and you think nothing of it because it's just sad sub or clouds or this, and you think you would know what to look for. We don't know what to look for.
But you know, there's a whole demographic of kids nowadays, not even kids, adults as well, that are considered or classify themselves as emo. They're not really
I'm gonna ask my child every day, are you depressed? Are you depressed?
But that's what they want to do. But if you're doing that, they won't. I'm not saying they won't go through that, but that's what they're looking subconsciously for help,
for their attention.
Like they're asking for attention, so they want somebody to stop them. But if you don't, they will go through with it.
Because they got people like Mr. Philippe.
Yeah.
Giving them tasks.
Yeah, I mean, they send you signs. They operate in a way to let you know that, hey, this is just who I am. I'm just sad. I'm just depressed. And if people allow it to continue and go on, it's fine. I mean,
and what they're
don't be surprised.
I mean, but you got to understand, though, there is a market.
It is.
For this. Mm-hmm. There's a market for everything. But if you're not if you aren't looking for this, you won't find it.
You won't be looking for it if you don't know what to look for.
These people found it, Keisha, is what I'm telling you.
But like you said, because they were already
you making them sad.
being recruited? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this Blue Whale because I'm not seeking to kill myself.
But that's the thing.
That's
it's coming over here.
She's trying to recruit you.
No, I'm not. Definitely not trying to recruit anybody. But it is coming. It is definitely coming over here. It is more popular now than ever before.
Well,
okay.
It is.
And there you spreading it because you telling people about this.
Well, guess what? Then I'm going to spread it. I'm going to have to suffer the bitter with the sweet, because you got too many of these kids out here committing suicide.
But nobody's paying them any attention.
Committing suicide.
And now you gave them the information to go find this Blue Whale.
And I also gave the people that's in their lives the information to know what to look for, so that they can at least look for
But I'm telling you, if they're depressed already, those people in their lives aren't doing what they're supposed to do to begin with.
That is not necessarily true.
I'm telling you.
Or maybe they can use this information to do better.
I'm just saying, I don't care how good of a parent or guardian you are, you're not paying attention to that child if they've gotten to this point of finding blue whale.
No.
You haven't done your job.
Because it's a hidden group, so somebody had to invite them.
It's definitely a hidden group, and I believe that somebody's inviting them, yes. But I can't say that the people that's in their life is not doing a good job or trying to pay attention to their children. Some children, you're dealing with kids that's rebellious. You're dealing with children that's lashing out.
I'm gonna tell you about trauma. I just took a trauma course workshop with YouthWorks, and that's one of the signs. Like, they give you signs and symbols of when children are detached from reality.
That's new age, newfangled thing.
Right, but it's still, some children go through trauma. Some people just go through natural depression, and then it just never ends. But you got to be able to check up on your child. She is connected to her child's
Snapchat.
Snapchat. You got to do those things, and you not.
But if she was connected to her child's Snapchat and she doesn't know that these groups use to lure kids in, then she would not pay it any attention. You have people who are killing themselves dead, done, gone. But these kids aren't, and they aren't in the most, but they're not in the most healthy situation in the beginning.
Right.
If my daughter got invited to something like that, she'd be like, "Mommy!" She's gonna call me. What the heck is this? She's gonna know something's wrong with it. I'm not saying that every child has parents who are actively in their life and caring for them and their children. Still, every person that's in the blue world, I'm not saying that they have good parents. I'm saying that I don't believe that if a child is into a group like this, that does not wholeheartedly mean that their parent was not.
And the best parents out there, they still fall short of paying attention to the patterns in their children. Because they put them on. I see their Snapchat. They not doing nothing sexual. They not talking to no other guys or girls. They not doing those things. But they're not realizing or figuring out the patterns. Your child don't want to go outside no more. Your child is wearing all black all of a sudden. Your child is a part of these goth groups, or your child is listening to a certain type of music.
I'm trying to find some excitement in my life.
Well, I'm not looking at the patterns in your children. You could be the best parent and you fall victim of not following those patterns.
Assuming that it's a part of the current trend. Assuming that's what's popular nowadays. This is what the kids doing.
You don't see the signs of them doing drugs or alcohol or having sex. So that's what I'm focusing on. But depression happens to everybody.
I agree. I believe that. But everybody can't work with. When Chuck said sometimes kids do try to reach out for their love by trying to kill themselves. And to me, I just don't understand how that works, because if you do that, okay, you get the love, but it's too late. I'm
going to tell you what happens like in the school setting. So you have a child that's going through something, some type of trauma or depression. So they come in there and they begin to act out. So they tell the parent. So the parent and the teachers in the schools, they treat the behavior without realizing that there's something else wrong. I am throwing tantrums probably because I just saw somebody get killed, or I heard my best friend just got shot or something like that. So they're acting out. So you're treating the behavior. You're not treating what is actually wrong with them. So you see the reaction to something that's deeper than just the surface of them,
So you feel like being a hands-on parent, being actively in your child's life, questioning and all that, would eliminate the blue world.
Yes, for 18 years of your child's life, that is your responsibility,
and then some.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what your given legally your responsibility is. But yes, you need to be hands on, because you can get to the world by turning on your phone. So you have to be that active in their lives, because technology is outgrowing parenting.
Well, that's my thing. Okay, so what is, to me, okay, we know the depression, right? We know it could be lashing out. We know that maybe the parents are not actively in the home or actively, or in their children's lives. What has become attractive about the social media? What has become attractive about taking your life on live?
People are paying attention to you. People are liking your posts. That is attention. That's what they're asking for. They want that attention, and people are giving it to them. Live is instant gratification. Yeah. I'm an actor. I don't want to be a TV film actor. I like being in a theater where when I tell a joke, you laugh right there in that moment. That instant gratification is what people are after, and that's what live is giving to people who want to kill themselves, people who don't want to kill themselves, radio personalities, and all of us on Facebook Live now, because we want that instant gratification. just a week ago, we were all depressed here in the station because Facebook Live was down.
That was true.
But now all of a sudden, we
we were still doing live though.
But that selfie stick was a struggle. I'm just wrong.
It was.
The selfie stick was. I mean, but we made it work.
You did.
I got rid of the stick. I got rid of the stick.
She was struggling. She was doing it though.
But we wanted it. We wanted the like you said. We did want the
instant gratification.
Right, we did. I get what you're saying.
But it is, and that's what's happening to these young people. So you don't even need to be on a computer or a phone. You could be playing a video game. Like them two out there, video gurus.
That's
you
what
can
my
be
son
talking to
does.
people via Xbox and all that stuff now. You don't even need you watching your child's phone, but you're not watching that game system. And they're able to get on the internet through that
and that's
way.
still, again, that's still social media because you got the sexual predators and all that.
Yes,
even
playing games with your child.
But we only focus on sexual predators.
Yeah.
That's all we focus on.
Not the blue whale group.
Well, because we don't know what to look for with blue whale. We won't know.
Ask questions. But who is this? My mother used to do that all the time. Who is this?
Why are you talking to him?
Yeah, and if she don't know, let's go to their house.
But if you going by what he said, he ain't doing nothing besides putting up. He said depressing content that plunges you into a special atmosphere. So he probably just had just grim or dark or
but that has become the new predator. Sexual predators do that with children who parents aren't paying attention to. That's the child. I don't care how outgoing your child is, but they say ain't nobody paying attention. I'm gonna try this child.
Yep.
So that's become the new sexual predator. Individuals doing and luring people into traps like that. So you gotta look out. You gotta be a step ahead of what technology is. And the moment you slip up, your child is gonna fall into one of them cracks.
And at the end of the day, you can't police everything that they do.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's investing into them so that they know that they're worthwhile, that you care, that you're actually invested and involved.
This is like with drugs now. You got people out here doing potpourri because nobody's thinking that the bowl of potpourri is drugs. K2, that's what K2 is. Potpourri.
It's not drugs. It's potpourri.
K2, they're smoking it. They're cutting it up, chopping it up like weed, and they're smoking it.
That's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
That's a struggle. I mean, like that is sad that they want weed that bad. They're gonna chop up potpourri.
No, they just want to get high. They just want.
You did K2.
You did it before.
Don't do that no more.
He did potpourri, and you see.
Usually, what happened to him? Is that what you just said?
I mean,
is that what happened? Is that why you have this? Really? What is that? All that right there?
He got that from K2.
He did K2
He got that from orange
He
juice.
just admitted it.
Warren said it could also be used to shame a particular person. He's talking about the suicide. Like I'll let everyone see what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I was talking to someone earlier about the young lady who convinced her. I didn't know it was her boyfriend. They said it was her boyfriend to commit suicide. Did you see that?
She's the devil. She needs to get.
They did that on live too.
No, she just. They found her text messages, and he was trying to change his mind. He didn't want to commit suicide, and she kept pushing him to do it. This is his girlfriend.
I couldn't have been his mother or father because I'd have went over there and told that little girl.
But to me, this is. I mean, it was psychotic because it was like she had no.
She's a sociopath.
Yeah. She had
I saw a catfish episode where they was bullying this young lady like this, and this little girl was like, I don't care, I just wanted to see, like she was just convincing this little girl. She was bullying her, saying she was a whore, had everybody in the school believe him. And she just kept doing it, and she knew what the girl had reached out to her and said, can you please stop? The family said stop, and she just kept going. The girl was on the verge of killing herself, and they found the little girl on the catfish show. And she just was like, it was just funny to me.
This is my question. Is this dehumanizing? Is this this social media having
Social media does this because people will say and do stuff on social media that they will not do face to face.
Well, it's not social media doing it. It's just you're able to have this wall up that you think is a wall up, and you're able to say and do Facebook gangsters. You're able to say and do whatever you feel like doing, whatever the spectrum is.
Because
and you feel like nobody can touch you. You know, and some people they're just crying for help. They want attention. You know, so.
Well, I tell you.
Well, you're not protected by the platform with me. Come for me on Facebook. I'm gonna find out where you live at.
I am.
Here we go with the Facebook. Listen.
I'm not on Facebook gangsters. I'm just gonna come to your church.
Oh,
but
no,
because they came to you on, oh my gosh.
Not your church. That's what we doing.
We are not. We are not.
That's the type of business
we are.
run.
Listen, no one from Sunset Soul is coming to anybody's church.
No,
we're not doing that. That was a slip of the tongue. That was a slip of the tongue. This is what we just gonna go ahead. Christina said.
Did you see the video of the young man who went to church to beat up the pastor?
Really?
That was on live.
Are you serious?
That's why I don't watch Facebook.
I gotta look at that.
It was a young boy, like they was pumping him up. The boy was on the camera, and he walked into the church. The doors opened up, walked down the aisle, and he was fighting the pastor.
Was it in Baltimore?
No, it wasn't in Baltimore.
I saw something that they were. They didn't fight though, but he went in and started. Like fussing people out.
It was doing service.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not knocking. However you feel, I'm not knocking the rebellion. I mean, I have an issue with it, but that's my own personal issue. My thing is, why go live? What type of? Why is going
immediate
live?
Gratification,
right? And it's proof and evidence. It's evidence.
Yeah.
That this is what went down. You can
and
never.
People don't see the reaction to that. People don't see the consequences to doing that. They don't see the consequences because nobody sees. Like none of us know what happened to this boy.
Right.
We don't know
in that church.
That's what we don't know.
And I'm gonna take that back because I'm not going to nobody's church.
I know she's not going to nobody. She just that was.
I want y'all to think.
Listen, y'all. We be right back. This is our last commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap the show up and then get into next week's show. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, recently? Yeah. I was talking about overall. No, two. That was Uber. That wasn't Uber.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah, that was Uber.
That situation with Uber, I think they told us about.
But this guy, you know, my whole thing is pay attention. You know, I don't know if this dude was trying to get home.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. We are back. We are absolutely back live.
My stomach.
He set everybody up.
My stomach has been hurting all week.
You should have ate some popcorn and
I can't drink. I'm already bubbling.
Oh my goodness! Listen,
I know, right? Just to set up.
Y'all is being real rude to the people.
I'm sorry.
Hi,
people.
I'm being exposed.
Ooh, he's being exposed. Transparency
You saw
is the key.
picture.
I'm not.
Oh, that was on the bed in the beach.
I bet.
Is it now? I need to find out what's going on in the Punta Cana.
Nothing, because I didn't have any clothes on.
That's what we need to
Punta
go.
Cana. That's what
We're not going to Punta Cana in December, right?
Yeah, that's what we're
We're
going.
going back to Punta Cana. Oh, then we don't need to go there.
Why?
We going.
Me and Keisha going somewhere next month.
Oh, next
She
month.
just don't know yet.
We are.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Ballin'.
I'm here.
Where y'all going?
I don't know. Obviously, she just told me I don't know.
I'm working on a free cruise.
Oh, okay. That sounds cute.
Oh my lord.
You working?
Whatever you got to do. I'm a purge.
Yes, we are going back to Punta Cana though in December.
Okay, that's where I want to go to.
My trip was
Next
just like a nice trial.
Okay.
For December.
So you loved it?
I loved it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you go often, so you must like it.
Huh?
You go a lot.
But I go to different places all over the island.
Okay.
This resort I actually liked.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm ready to go take pictures because I'm not doing half of the stuff y'all did. That one video you put up looked like you was in horror.
I'm doing all of it.
When you was on the ship or the boat.
The speedboat? No, that was an amazing. No, because that's when you had to get used to it. It had just took off, and they
It's
was
not gonna
getting.
take off.
No, it took off.
No, Money,
Oh,
I thought you were being kidnapped. No, I'm not lying. I thought you were being kidnapped, and you went on live to let us know to come look for you because it was
they
scary.
were getting to that speed. You know, when a speedboat starts, it starts slow.
Mm-hmm.
But they was getting to that speed where it was going.
Skipping, yeah.
And that's when I was like,
Is that why the camera was flipping like,
I would have been in the water. I couldn't
No,
even get
you
inside
don't
of the
though, because
kayak.
you may bounce,
I'm
but it's
not
not
gonna
that
bounce.
kind of bounce where you're gonna fall out the boat.
It's a
Because
big boat,
still
Keisha.
gravity
I'm
over
not
the edge.
doing it. No, you got me on that kayak.
I'm
No,
telling you,
it's
Keisha,
not nothing like
once
a kayak.
you get
Did you
in,
see the kayak
you're
video?
in.
She would no. She technically she got on the kayak. Technically, she got on the kayak. Now
the funny part about
that was
it
it
is,
though.
the funny part about that is the water's not even that deep right
It's
now.
not
that deep.
No,
What
what
does
I'm
that
telling
mean?
you, when I got out, you see my pictures when I was in the water, the green water.
Yeah,
that's the deepest the water is.
But
Yeah,
I was
them
even on my
speedboats
knees.
can't go
What's
out
the
that
number?
far though. They not gonna go.
I
out
was
that
on my
far.
knees.
Oh, in the water.
In that water.
And the boat speedboat.
Yeah.
You was on your
'Cause
knees.
if I can
What were you
stand
doing
up,
on your knees, sir?
we're going.
What were you-
I'm so listen. Well, I'm here for it. I'm ready to go. I want to go. I'm
feeling great this week.
I'm the exfoliant.
so straight?
Okay, we only got 10 minutes. I'm the exfoliant on the beach, lady. Listen, next week. First of all, thank y'all for tuning in to our social media and privacy show.
What's next week? Another suicide death kill show?
No. Listen, Monty is not here for the suicides. Monty's not here for the depressing stuff. I understand, but let me be clear. The purpose of Sunset Soul was not just to have a good time. We have to inform our people on exactly what's going on.
that.
We informed them last week. We informed them this week.
Can we not tell them where to go?
So can next week?
We're not telling them.
Next week?
We're not ever gonna be ratchet. That's not how we get down on Sunset Soul.
We don't get ratchet.
But
I don't even know how to act.
You look like you got a low on ratchet.
I have ratchet, just not on Sunset Soul.
Just not. Just not in public.
That's good.
But next week, y'all.
Thank you, Warren.
What's
next
happening
week's
next
show.
week?
We're talking about. I don't know if y'all ever got a chance to watch the show called "What the House," and it is a documentary on foods, and you saw it, so you could probably give a quick, like 30-second synopsis because we got it.
It's a very depressing documentary.
Oh my
that's
Lord!
gonna
She
make you
would
feel
say
some
depressing and make.
No, I'm gonna
you
be
feel some
honest.
kind of
It's a
way.
very depressing documentary. It's it's depressing for those of us that actually want to continue to do what we do.
If eat McDonald's.
Right, if you want to continue to eat what you want to eat and do what you want to do, then I would advise you not to watch.
Oh, then I'm
What
gonna
the
watch
Health.
it. I will watch something like
But-
that because I am gonna change in my food.
It is definitely
That's why I wanna
something
do
for
it.
those of us that actually have a concern for what we put in our bodies. It's a great documentary to watch, but it will make you feel some kind of way, and I feel some kind of way because I am too poor to switch to a vegan diet right now, so I have to eat that stuff.
I tried veganism for 8 days now, and I'm not happy.
I see. Is that what this is about?
That's how it is.
Thank you. Listen, Sunset Soul viewers, that's what this is
I'm
about.
not happy, and I don't know.
This
how
is a
anybody-
vegan.
other stuff.
Listen, you stole a minute from me. You will give me back my minute.
Oh,
Say yes,
Now
sir.
put them fingers down.
Robbie likes stuff like that.
Yes, Rob.
But what I want to do is, if y'all get a chance before the show next week, is if y'all can watch the show. It's on YouTube and it's on Netflix.
For my close-up, so.
Called What the Health, and we're going to kind of discuss that. And what my hopes is that we can give you some alternative foods, because that's what I do. I'm a chef. That's what I do. You know, that's what my degree is in.
I still have to learn how to cook.
I want to be able to look at this movie and give y'all some alternative facts. So that if you do decide to do this, there's some other.
Can we?
This is a vegan. That's why y'all need a diet. That's why y'all, because Monty is doing the most. Thank y'all so much for tuning in next week with the house. Give that documentary a look so that we can talk about that next week. And we're gonna talk food, y'all. That's what next week is. Talk food. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Monty's so rude.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange.